Hey, thanks for the invitation to Night City Amplify. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carlton Batista, and I work for Night City Wrestling. I'm a performance artist, and you probably never had someone like me here before because of my chosen medium, and that medium is professional wrestling. I believe that professional wrestling is the most misunderstood form of entertainment today. And I also believe that it's the most fascinating form of performance art that you can experience. But yet there's this stigma that continues to haunt it and its fandom for the past 6 or so decades. And why? Why is that the case? I feel that wrestling has been stuck in this cycle of self-hatred because it masquerades as legitimate sport when it's not. But my favorite kind of professional wrestling is the kind that bonds with its audience, that connects with it through shared stories, where people like you and me experience raw emotions from everyday conflicts and struggles. It's all of that packaged and projected as larger-than-life characters on a grand stage with colorful costumes and feats of strength and agility. There are heroes and villains, comedies and tragedies, the same tropes that you and I see in our favorite shows, books, and movies play out in the wrestling ring. But for the longest time, there's been this idea that we in professional wrestling can't be frank about what we are. Maybe because so many of us feel like we need to project a tough Chumba image, or have this desire to feel special, like we all belong in some secret society with access to insider information. Or maybe it's because there are many of us who seethe when we hear the word fake. And I hear that word a lot, but I stand by the fact that professional wrestling is performance art. Sure, it masquerades as athletic competition, but there's nothing fake about the risks that I take to entertain fans, or the sacrifices I've made to continue pursuing this craft, or the passion that I put into the shows night in and night out. That's all very real. And it cuts like the worst knife to my heart when people call that fake. Because when fans watch wrestling shows, they don't watch it because they think that it's real or that they just don't get it. They watch it for the same reasons that my neighbors open up romance novels, or my doctor tunes into Combat Cab, or even my girlfriend when she watches her favorite movie Die Hard. You check your belief at the door, and in exchange you are immersed in an escapist experience. And that's the magic of a pro wrestling show, because I've experienced it at a very young age, and I continue to perform it and share it with an audience for the better part of a decade. And here's the thing. Wrestling is a dynamic experience. No movie will respond to your cheers and your jeers. Novels don't high-five you when they pass you by. Television is a static image, but at a wrestling show, if you're in the right place at the right time, a wrestler just might land in your lap. Wrestling is far more than what the GPW shows you through the lens of legitimate sports. There are other wrestlers like me who are opening up about our craft and their movement to explore professional wrestling storytelling potential. You look around at the various other promotions in Night City and around the world, and you'll see professional wrestling through the lens of comic books, or science fiction, murder mysteries, even ballet. The best kind of wrestling aspires to take you on an emotional journey, thrilling you when an underdog triumphs, resonating deep in your heart when a tag team wrestler betrays their partner. It engages you in the chase for glory, drags you through those valleys of defeat, and it grants you access to that intimate moment when someone's lifelong dream is finally fulfilled. There's a catharsis there, one that's built between me and the people that I am lucky enough to call my fans, because for years they've been with me, sharing in all the highs and lows of my character Jimenez's journey. Folks, nothing fake about that.
Hey, good evening, Choombas. Hello, welcome. It is Friday night, which means we are playing Cyberpunk Red. I am Simon at Wandering DM. I use he, him pronouns, and I'll be GMing this campaign for last time. But before we get all sappy and sad, we still have some things to go through, some events, maybe some danger, maybe some rejoicing. We'll see how it all falls down. But first, I would like to just thank all of our sponsors for this show, beginning with Artalsorian Games, the makers of Cyberpunk Red. You're about to hear my Windows sound go off. There you go. Cyberpunk Red's the Artalsorian Games, the makers of Cyberpunk Red, which, by the way, thanks to them, we are giving away after the break tonight a physical copy of the Cyberpunk Red rulebook, as well as the data screen. So basically, the two books that have come out since the release of Cyberpunk, excluding the Jumpstart Kit. So if you're interested, we're gonna give that away right after the break. Our other sponsors, of course, Found Familiar. You've heard about them today. I even have, for the finale, you know, my very blurry Found Familiar mug. There you go. And they've been, you know, they make excellent coffee, and they've been shouted out throughout the show via the guerrilla ads that Jimenez has been doing. And then, of course, we have... Thank you! We have our Roll20, the platform that we use for all of our games, of course. And then Mage & Press, the makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. And as always, I am now an affiliate for Die Hard Dice, so if you want to go check them out, you can use code WanderingDM to get 10% off your entire order. And that said, I'll pass the mic on to the players. Introduce yourselves, introduce your characters. Then we're gonna jump back to where we left off in Night City. We'll begin with the person on the far left on the overlay. So we'll do that column first, and then the second column, the one closest to me, second. So we will begin with Mr. Chris Geary. Hi, how are you?
We'll see. I might be a little bit in my feelings. Who knows? My name's Chris Geary, and tonight I will be playing for the last time in this campaign, Mr. White, aka Dr. Frost, the trauma team surgeon and connected gentleman.
We, by the way, do not have a Reno tonight. Adelaide is driving across the country. Her ending, the ending of Reno, and basically her epilogue, took place at the end of last week. So if you want to check that out, it is on YouTube already. So we bid her safe travel, and we'll skip over to Rin. Hi, Rin.
Hey, I'm Rin. And I played Tracy as Jinx. For the last time, which sucks. I don't want this to end. But anyway. Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. There are 2 fix-up. The last part of Caravan Run and the last meeting between Jinx and her uncle. So you can check that out after the stream. I'm saying it now. But anyway. So yeah. So hopefully we'll have fun.
And on the other column, we'll begin with Deirdre. Hi.
Hey everybody, I am at Deirdre on Twitter, or Praxorth as me for you, see me around here on Twitch, and I get to be your friendly neighborhood friends for the last time, at least for right now. And I actually broke out the costume for tonight because it is the finale. I felt that was appropriate. And I'm looking forward. I'm glad, like, on one hand, to see where this goes, but on the other hand, it's a little sad because, you know, stories coming to an end, but that's always a hopefully interesting time with all the friends and possibly blowing stuff up. I'm just saying.
We'll see. Up next, we have Hannah. Hi.
Hi, I'm Hannah, Hanimation Art on Twitter, Hanimation Studios everywhere else. And in this campaign, I play Black Cat, the fixer who can fix things for pretty much everybody but herself, but she's getting better at it. She's getting a lot better. Not eager to see this campaign end, but hopefully it will end on a good note for everybody. So...
And last but not least, we have Anino. Hi.
Hi everyone, my name's Nino. I use he, him pronouns, as is my character, Carlton Ray Jepson Bautista, also known as Jimenez and the Justice Mind.
And so we're going to go back to where we left off last week. There's been yet another attack on the group's apartment. This time by the group called the Old Guard. They didn't really have any beef with the crew itself. They had beef with one of the last remaining Brainiac ganger in Night City, who was promised by Mr. White to be transferred into a completely robotic body, so as to finally be what they always thought they were, which is more machine than person. But while they were making their way to the apartment, they were shot and attacked by this old guard, which is a group that presents itself as old tech hobbyists, old net aficionados, but it's just a thin cover for their true purpose, which is they're basically a cult for Rage Bartmoss, the father of the net, and they have stuff. No, things. In fact, things that were learned by Mr. White too, as he attempted to transfer during the fight, the mind of the librarian into the Borg body. Mr. White found out that there was a personality chipset inserted into the librarian.
Stowaway.
A stowaway. We know, because physically they looked like Rage Bartmoss. Well, their avatar did when Mr. White confronted them in the net, in virtual space. However, well, that personality didn't have time to do anything, as Mr. White immediately sicked his dragon and his giant programs, Black Ice, onto that thing and deleted it forever. The bodies of those of the cult who hadn't fled the scene the moment the violence got a little too intense for them are still in the alley next to the apartment building. I believe one of them was patched up by Reno and Jinx, while the others bled out. And as the camera basically will, pan down into the alley, we see Jinx with Jimenez. Jimenez still holding the found familiar coffee bag. As Reno, carrying the unconscious body of one of the old guard back into the apartment. Trins, I know you were in your apartment monitoring the situation on your monitors. White was in his apartment. Jinx and Jimenez outside, and Black Cat. Where? Let's say that the apartment was under attack, or you heard gunshots, about 15 minutes ago from your bedroom.
No, and you heard the alarms go off and the emergency shutdown of the entire building.
Yeah. So you were basically trapped inside your room while this was happening. The alarm ends, and the blast doors, the fireproof doors, lift up, allowing you to leave should you want to. What's the first thing on your mind?
I have a handy new crossbow with great new bolts, and I am so eager to use it.
You can still hear a few shouts outside. As you look through your window. Was your apartment, I don't remember, was your apartment giving onto the street or onto the alley on the side? Like, you can decide.
It was never established, so I guess wherever would make it most convenient in this scenario would be fine.
Then we'll say, giving onto the street.
Okay.
There's the unconscious body of a guy. Basically, they don't really look like a street gang. They're not decked out in cyberware. They don't wear like specific colors or have like matching tats or what have you. They look like your average, almost like suburban dad. Except you can see the one who's unconscious on the street. Both of his arms have popped open. They were holsters to carry pistols. And that one is like lying on his back, like sprawled, guns out. And two more are running away from this location. You do not see anyone like of the crew anywhere nearby.
Can I head down to see if maybe they're just out of like my immediate vicinity?
As you head down the stairs, basically by the time you reach like the lobby, you'll see Reno come in with the body of one of them, covered in blood, definitely. Same thing, you know, forearms popped open, and she just says, I gotta bring him to White.
Where is everybody? What happened? Who are all these people?
I don't know, who are these people? They just started shooting at us.
If I head outside, they're long gone by now, right? These people that were running away?
Well, long gone. I mean, you can still see them on the street, because they're running, like, in the middle of the street. Eventually, they will turn. Maybe, like, in a block.
Okay.
Maybe more. They're not trying to hide or to zigzag. Like, it seems more like they want to get away, and they do not think that anyone would shoot them in the back.
I don't have a stat for rolling my crossbow for...
I have them here.
Okay, so what do I type in to roll the crossbow?
Oh, it's not on your... Okay, it would
Not on my sheet.
So it's a skill.
Okay.
On your sheet, it is called... Is it bow? I think it's bow. I haven't played...
It's archery.
Archery, yeah.
It's
archery is at the
bottom middle.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing it. Am I looking in the wrong place?
Middle column.
Middle
bottom of the
column.
sheet.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
No. You basically line up, shoot, and Black Cat is probably not used to, more archaic weapons. It doesn't have the same kick as a firearm.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually the bolt just loses its momentum and falls onto the street. Like, maybe halfway some.
Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so I'll head back into the building, follow Reno to find White and see what the heck we can figure out about these guys.
White. Speaking of, you jacked out the moment you deleted the other personality. You were in the process of uploading the librarian, whose new body. I mean, you're just at this point just watching a bar go up, right? And then there's the sound of someone kicking at your door.
I'll open the multiple layers of walls/doors to get to the front of the door where Reno is, and open the door.
Reno comes in with the body, special delivery, and Black Cat is running up right behind her.
I will I'll take the or have her put the body down, and the place is mostly cleared out. So have her just toss him on the counter or something.
All right. Yeah, because
And,
the steel table is still being occupied by the librarian. Yeah, she turns, puts him, drops the body there, and says, "I'll go get the." Well, she sends a message to everyone else. I got the body up to White's apartment.
White will check his vitals.
So he's stable-ish.
Okay.
Judging by all the first aid that was rolled last week, he's going to make it.
White will head into the inner room where all of his new equipment is, and come back with 2 syringes, and I'll drug him up with speed heal and a paralytic.
Oh. Let me
just enough of a paralytic that he can still talk, but sluggish movements at best, if any at all.
All right. Let me see. Does your paralytic have has a DC or a DV?
I don't remember. I didn't put the stats down next to it. I just put when I got it, I just put it next on my sheet. So
that's okay. I can very quickly look at. Most of them are DV like 15 or 17. So he has a plus. Just in case. Yeah, no, he rolled a -3. So it's going to take hold, and it's going to take hold for a while.
Okay.
Of course, even with the speed heal, like, he's not going to wake up immediately. You figure you maybe have like between, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes.
And so I will, once that's done, I'll turn to Black Cat and be like, welcome to the party, I guess.
There's another one out in the alley. You want me to go and get him as well?
I don't think they made it.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, Jinx and Reno were firing off shots left and right, having fun. So I'm thinking they brought the one that had a chance to survive. You can check if you want to, but I wouldn't bet on it.
I've only seen Reno and you. Is everybody else okay? Are they still in the building?
Jinx should be on the roof. No, Jinx went down the fire escape or something to help with first aid, so should be in the alley as well.
Well, speaking of, we'll just shift to Jinx and Jimenez, and then we'll shift the trends. Jinx, Jimenez, you both are standing among the corpse-littered alley next to the apartment. We remember that one of them died flipping the bird at Jimenez or shooting an ad. But the other one is long died from bloodlust. You receive a message on your Chiron saying that, Reno made her way to White. What do you do?
Jinx is poking at her bullet wound. She's just like looking at Jimenez like, I'm getting really sick and tired of being shot right now.
So what's funny was that Jimenez was also shot. So they're both standing there in the alley, poking at their bullet wounds, just be like, oh, this isn't great. This isn't great at all.
I mean, is it just us? Like, what is this? Like,
well, You know why this happened is because Trins wasn't here to soak up the bullets.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of true. When she's around, we don't get shot when she's around.
Yeah. It was just one of those times where my usual tactic of run up to someone and punch them really, really hard before they shoot me, it didn't work. But, we're both standing here and should probably make our way upstairs to get patched up.
Yeah, I think that would be, yeah. Because, I mean, it's bleeding pretty good, so.
Yeah, it might leave a gnarly scar.
I'm okay with it. I mean, scars look cool, right?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Hey, White, you got like 2 patients coming to see you. Right on the Chiron.
Maybe we should go in and use an elevator, though. I don't feel like climbing like this.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm cool with the elevator.
You don't want to drop blood all over the fire escape. It's a OSHA violation.
Wrong
Vital
name, but
risk.
okay.
White will respond to the message with a thumbs up and a syringe emoji.
You guys weren't supposed to get shot.
I mean, I wasn't trying to. Just for once, they got me.
Mm-hmm. They were very mean, and that's why I sprayed them with a shit ton of water. I'm going to have to adapt. You need better armor. That's next on my list.
That would be
By the
cool.
way, the escape. I'm also going to make sure that I electrocute all the fire escapes from now on.
Okay.
That doesn't sound safe.
If they try and grab it to sew them back up, then they'll get shocked and they'll fall down and they won't come up anymore. It seems sound.
As long as you want me to get off the fire escape before you do that.
Of course. That would be rude not to. I don't want to hurt you.
No, I know. But I'm just putting it out there.
It's good that we talk about these things. Communication.
Yes. Very important.
Yeah. Communication. Right.
Trins, while this is happening, you're having this conversation over the Chiron.
She's also plotting trajectories of the guys who ran away.
The two
And-
that were on the street
Mm-hmm.
are making their way out of the combat zone. The others that were in the alley just retreated further into the combat zone.
And she's going to start pulling stills of their faces off of the security cameras. Because she has a plan.
There's, I think,
It's a very cunning plan.
yeah, I think all of them. I think you can get all of them. Because none of them really tried to hide their face. They're not that type of people.
Jimenez, what wrestler don't we like this week? Who do we not like?
I mean, I don't like PT Magnum.
Okay. And she's going to start writing up a post, and then she's going to send it to Cat to read through. Black Cat to read through. It's basically a collage of all of their faces, and it's with some minor edits of them, like minor edits of them wearing PT Magnum gear, and all tags about it's like, really, those PT Magnum fans are such assholes. They tried to break into my house just because I said I didn't like him, and I didn't like his car. I tried to fix it for him though, and she's gonna send it off to like Black Cat to be like, here, have some fun.
Oh boy.
Trins is. It's like you came to her house, bitch. She has a problem about people attacking her house. That one goes all the way back to her origin story episode.
How far can I spread this theoretically?
I mean, depending on what you use. So if you put it on, if it was like uploaded to Jimenez's garden page, it goes out to all of his fans automatically. Otherwise, you could send it. Like, you could send it around to like some choice influencers in Night City. I mean, you have reach. That's for certain. The thing is who do you want? Like, what type of person do you want to have eyes on that?
Well, influencers would be good. Possibly also the politician who has an interest in Jimenez. That would be a good. I'm not sure. Trends. Who are you thinking of? What eyes did you want to get on this exactly?
I just feel like, sending fans after us would be bad, and then we wouldn't find them anymore. I don't know. I figure that you can send a bunch of people after them, they won't shut up. Well, then they'll shut up because we said that they should shut up.
Okay, then. People that we know to be fans of Jimenez that we also know to be somewhat unstable. I would like for this to cross their dashboards, please.
All right. So somewhere in Night City area, after trying to assassinate the GPW exec, gets a like, not an ad, but like a suggested page on her agent as she's just browsing gardens. And it's, PT Magnum fans assault Jimenez's home in retaliation for X's assault. And then, there's like the image of, like, a still image of the sort of promo that PT Magnum tried to do with X, where Jimenez basically flipped it on its head. And then, the stills of these men. Some of them in the stills, like, they're clearly, you can see in their face that they're angry. One or two of the pictures have them with guns out. And a few others is just them, like, photos that were taken as they ran away. Kind of telling a story in, like, 3 acts. And Pyria, being Pyria, if we see things from her perspective, we would just hear an off-camera voice go like, "No one touches my baby." And she'll get up, open her closet, grab a pump-action shotgun, load it, sling it, grab a taser glove, as well as 2 pistols that she holsters. And she goes, "This means war." As she leaves her apartment, the ankle monitor going off the moment she steps outside. But she doesn't give a crap about that. And is going to try, God knows how, to find these 7 people in a city of millions by herself.
I have faith in the crazy.
So, yeah, you have sent a poor delusional Stan, who are... but other fans are, of course, like, reposting this, commenting on it, and saying basically the same, kind of the same thing, that is, like, Magnum's promotions are going out of hand. Like, I mean, first he attacks Jimenez in broad daylight. That might have been, you know, arranged or whatever, but you can't account for the reaction of everyone around you, especially when you're in the combat zone. And then worse, now Magnum is, like, sicking armed fans. There are other people living in this apartment. One of the fans actually dug up a picture of Mrs. B, the old lady that lives in the apartment. And they're like, this is who lives in this apartment. Like, this is who's, you know, collateral for this little, you know, promo celebrity feud type of thing. Like, this is too far. This is taking it too far. There will be, over the next couple of days, a lot of ruckus online about GPW and their parent companies. And quite a bit of vandalism against the GPW headquarters down in Night City. As far as Peria is concerned, I'll leave it vague for now. But thank God, no deaths in retaliation for what happened. Or at least if there has been, none was attributed to it. But the word is out. And, well, I know what's gonna happen, but I'm leaving it secret for now. That, of course, you know, takes place over the course of several hours, so we're just gonna rewind back to the apartment. Trins, do you also make your way to White's office? Well, apartment / operating room, where everybody else is? Or do you stay in your home? Trins?
Sorry, you cut out for me. Sorry.
Do you also go to White's place?
Yes. After she'll send the announcement to lift the lockdown. It's like, thank you for your patience. We're very sorry that this happened, but as you can see, the brand new security systems that the owners have invested in are working 100%. I'll continue to improve them so your safety can be ensured. Also, apparently you're getting 10% off on your rent for like the next 2 months or something. I don't know, but have a nice day.
Anyone within vicinity of Jimenez will just hear his teeth grinding at the discount.
At the mention of the 15%, yeah.
Yeah.
You good there? Your bullet wound is hurting or what?
Yeah, that's totally it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and then Trins heads down to White's.
When the two get there, White is still probably waiting for Sleeping Beauty to wake up, so he'd tend to their wounds and hit them with a speed heal each. So that's body +3 that you immediately get back. And then, do you want me to roll, Simon?
I mean, just in case you fumble.
All right.
Not like...
I mean, it's happened twice
Yeah,
in
I
the
know.
campaign. There's one, and I fumbled again. I will spend the luck to bump it to a 13.
Because it's 13 that you need, right?
Yep, I need a 13 to stop, or
So-
to basically patch them up.
Who between the two do you slip up and miss a vein?
It'll be Jinx. I heard her saying something about scars look cool.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
But it still works for the two of you. So, like Mr. White said, you heal body plus 3 hit point. And did any of you suffer critical injuries? Nope. Okay. So it was just, scrapes, and it's not so much a bullet wound, like a bullet hole, as like a bullet probably ricocheted off of you. Like it didn't go through you, type of thing. Didn't hit any bone or any organs.
Just muscle.
Yeah. And that would be just about when the old guard member wakes up.
Trin's, by the way, is standing there poking at the cybernetics.
You mean his forearms?
Yeah.
They're standard cyber arms. Actually, his are very much just the forearm. Well, forearm and hand, of course. With, the synth skin over it to look like natural skin. He doesn't have any other upgrades to his cyberarm. It's very much, just a like a covert way to bring in weapons in places.
Trin's is just messing with it. It's just her distraction at this point until somebody tells her she needs to do something actually important.
He is able to turn his head, maybe mumble. That's about it.
I will. White will kind of loom over him and look at him over the top of his sunglasses and be like, "What are you doing here?"
He tries to focus on you, White, and you can see his eyes of trouble staying still. They tend to roll back often, and he drools a lot, but basically answers, had a lead of a man here
He was.
came to retrieve our property.
Property. I'm gonna. White's gonna reach into one of his pouches, and of all the things, this is the one that doesn't really describe very well. He pulls out Boost, and he administers it to the old god.
Oh shoot. Boost. Isn't that?
It's a street drug.
Yeah.
It boosts
yeah,
intelligence by 2 points. I want him to focus.
Oh, okay. No, not the one I thought it was. He sort of winces, but more out of reflex, because he doesn't feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see like his pupils start to focus, to shrink, and he blinks a few times.
It's an air hypo. So, found it.
He blinks a couple times, and waits for you to say anything else.
The cult worships who you are after. It's not property. You know that. To treat him as such would get you killed.
The chip?
What about it?
And you see him trying to look where the librarian is.
It would be the wall's closed.
Okay, so you wouldn't see him.
Mm-mm.
He says the chip. Guy we entrusted
Mm-hmm.
tried to fuck us over. Or not.
What did you tell him about the chip?
He just needed to get it from South Night City to top of Watson by the military base. It's just we're supposed to get it. Supposed to.
What? You don't have a host? Not one that's old enough.
No one in here is good enough to be a host. Not even one of us. Doing it for Pal.
Who?
Pal.
Who's Pal?
Suppose no one knows about him.
I mean, it's a paralytic. You can't move, but you can still feel everything.
Does that mean I get to take it apart now?
No.
Oh.
You heard of Great Rach Bartmoss?
Yeah, I know all about Rach Bartmoss. And I will actually quote to him bits of the cult's teachings about Rach Bartmoss.
And lo, on the 7th day, did he create PHP. And stuff. I'm not a web developer. I know very little. He looks at you, says, "You're one of us."
I am not one of you. I wasn't given a choice.
What do you mean not given a choice? There's like, wait. You're one of them. You're one of them, compound baby.
How are the Williams nowadays? Alive and well? I hope not.
They were, Williams were cast out about 5 years ago. You know, they sold their son to, like, I don't know.
Is that what they told them?
Bravo.
Oh, I told you all. Their son ran away. Their son was smarter than the rest of you.
Oh.
an 11-year-old kid made it out of the compound under the cover of night and walked hundreds of miles because he got lost because he was an 11-year-old kid. Yet he was still smart enough to evade you all for 8 years. So tell me again, who is Pal?
Al showed up a couple years after. First, second gen kid disappeared. Had a lot of good ideas. Some that bordered on rages. He moved us out. Ow. Kids won't go anywhere. No one goes anywhere. Not unless we're sent out. We don't deal with outsiders. So that way we, stay pure. Uncorrupted by all the fake Bart Moss wannabe netrunner shit.
White's going to find a very, very painful spot, and he's just going to press his thumb into it.
There's a yelp of pain that sounds like you stepped on the tail of a big cat.
Where can I find Pal?
I'm not gonna find him. Not gonna find him on the mainland, that's for sure. Look, you want to rejoin? I can bring you there. My friends here want to come too. I can there, but
No.
Otherwise,
Because you see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your coded DNA and use it to send a message to Pal. It's your last will and testament. Whatever it is that you want to tell Pal, I will be the messenger.
I can call them right now if you want.
No. I don't want to do it on your terms. I want to do it on mine. And in exchange, I will tell you two very, very powerful secrets. One about Rach Botmoss and the chip that you were after. And the other one about that runaway kid.
Let me guess. You ran a giant magnet all over the chip?
Nope.
How about I do you one better?
I'm all ears. And at this point, White will walk over to the wall, say, "Speak louder," and he'll open the door.
And he says, "You let me walk out of here. Give me the chip, and, you don't have to... You were caught in the crossfire, the people that lived here. We're just after this... the crazy guy."
You shot
Trins,
up my apartment.
take his right hand.
Oh, yes!
Well, and forearm. Just
Oh, well, I already did that. And she, pulls it off all the way, because she's literally just been playing with screws at this point. And just kind of takes it off and leaves the lead still attached. Is like, did you want me to take...
it's yours now.
Oh, yay! And she just yanks the nerve connections and doesn't pay much attention to the pain that would be involved.
Yeah,
Literally.
he quickly... you can see his eye just, the light in one of his contact lens flare up, as he probably just deactivated the pain receptors when you started pulling. So he doesn't, like, there's like a wince. He felt something before he cut it off.
Oh, he's jacked into his full neurosystem.
Oh yeah.
And she kind of turns to look at the doc, is like, can I really play now?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So what, you're gonna take me apart piece by piece like some sort of vulture?
I object to that terminology.
I need to know how to contact Pal.
I can't give you a phone number. Sheesh.
And how is he just going to answer because it's coming from your phone?
Yeah, look, we're not some sort of secret. Like, we're an exclusive club, sure, but I think you got the wrong idea about us, man.
I'll go grab his phone. Or his agent.
I would be in his brain.
Oh. Excellent. Even better. So I'll find the panel that opens up to that cyberware.
Yeah, there's like just about like every one, it's back of the skull. You can open the little...
Which number is his?
I can... give me just your number. I'll patch you through to him. I really don't...
I don't want him to know where I live.
Okay. I can put him on speaker?
He can trace the call. I just want the number out of your skull. Or I can take it out of your skull and find it myself.
Alright, and he gives you, like, a phone number.
Thank you. I'll put it into my burner, Angel. And I will turn to him. And I will lean really close to his ear and say, my dragon and my giant ate your Rach Bart Moss. And I am Ian Williams. At which point, we can fade to black as I let Trins take the rest of his cyberware off of him while he's still can feel it.
My question will be, just as you fade to black, do you leave him alive?
Oh, no.
Or do you torture him to death?
I let Trins do whatever Trins wants to do. She's kind-hearted. She'll only be able to go as far as Trins will be able to go.
Well,
and I'll take it the rest of the way.
That's my question to Trins, then.
See, everybody thinks that Trins is kind-hearted, and she is. But she's also Sicilian as fuck. These motherfuckers came to her house.
Yeah, they did.
And she has issues with that. Like, serious issues with that. So while she's taking him apart piece by piece, she'll explain to him in detail exactly why what he has is inferior and how it will always be inferior. And by the way, if you thought that Rach Bartmoss was a brilliant individual, let me explain to you about the fact that he got his ass blown up by some motherfuckers from a distant spot, from far, far away, and he'll never be able to come back. And once she emotionally breaks him, she'll be like, and now all of your pieces, the only thing that matters to you anymore is the brain. I don't care about that. That has no worth. Enjoy being entirely worthless for the rest of your life. And just make sure he could see as she's pulled each piece of cyberware off of him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's not going to die from pulling the cyberware out.
No, but she's going to shove him out the window.
Oh, okay.
Exactly in the state that he currently is in.
Oh, no. If that's the end, I'll finish the rest. I want it clean, and I want him disappeared.
Oh, but I was just going to let the combat zone take him.
But it's only 4 floors.
I was going to let the combat zone take him.
He'll disappear. I just need
fine.
to know it's done. Thank you, though.
Mm-hmm. Did you want me to do anything about anybody else?
I'll round up the bodies and clean up.
This is when I realized that I should have been. We never played with it because we started with the jumpstart kit, right? But like humanity loss for actions, because I feel like that counts as a less than humane way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it. I can also, but I mean, that's the other thing people forget is that Trinz literally grew up in Night City. She is a child of the combat zone.
Yeah.
She is an interesting, fucked up individual.
Like, mechanically speaking, torture is a d6 of humanity law.
Shit.
Yeah,
I need to roll like 5d6.
It is so common in Night City that, like, it's a fact of life. Inflicting pain on someone is...
And it still doesn't lower my humanity.
Your empathy?
It doesn't lower my empathy any further. Still at a 5 out of 6.
I mean, you can go see a therapist, and like in a month, you'll be over it.
I can take care of that, don't worry. It's probably a conflict of interest, but I can still guide you through it.
It very much is. Tyrell, in chat, I'm just going to answer that. It's going to be after the break. You're going to have to enter a code word. And everyone that enters the code word enters in the contest. So it's going to be in maybe like a half hour or something like that. So if you need to step away, you can come back at any time within that half hour. Will be good. So while this whole thing is happening, because of course you don't strip. Well, you could strip cyberware in a matter of seconds, but I figure Trinz is doing it so that it remains usable. So that'll take, maybe like an hour total. I'd like to know what the rest of the group is doing. Black Cat, Jinx, Jimenez, during that time. Anything special?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're just waiting patiently to be treated for their.
I did that before. That's what the roll was. You got the speed heal and a 24 on the paramedic check.
He basically injected you with or not injected you. Do the but like spray bandage type of thing, close wounds.
Oh,
and you get body plus 3 back.
All right, no, wasn't doing anything other than maybe surfing his agent and trying not to get too creeped out by his girlfriend dismantling a cyberware off a dying guy.
Politely.
Jinx is probably standing beside him and just kind of looking between like Jimenez and Black Cat and being like, I'm missing something here. What? Did we just learn something about White? Like, just going like, yeah. She's not even fazed by what Trinz is doing. Because technically I have lower humanity than all of you. But yeah. So she's just standing there like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be catching on to something.
At that point, it was like, well, I guess. Does anybody else have any earth-shattering secrets that they need to reveal while we're here? Black Hat?
Yeah, do you got any secrets?
This feels like a very impromptu way to explain your whole like backstory. I don't think this is. You know what? I'm good. I'm fine. Any of you guys have horrifying secrets that you want to spill out in the open since we're having this heart-to-heart? Yeah?
I think you know all mine.
I don't have secrets.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good.
Very much open book people.
Well, I would say I'm open book, but I pretty much told my biggest secret everywhere.
You finally admitted publicly that you're on a bunch of covers of romance novels?
Well, no, but I did admit that I was Justice Mime.
Oh, right. That is a big one.
Oh, wait, can you like fill in some blanks here? Because
I want to apologize for bringing the cult of Rach Botmoss to the apartment. They were not supposed to, and it seems by happenstance, since they were following that one, as he points to the librarian, and they didn't know about me. So, but still, it's in a roundabout way my fault. So my apologies.
meh.
It sounds like they went from like hero worship to weird like inbred cult. So
I mean, they're hero worshipping Reich Bartmoss. They're
Mhm.
kind of at a point where they're already a cult and creepy and stupid.
yeah, but that's because Rach Bartmoss wasn't dead until today.
I mean, did he have a body?
You know how Alt wasn't dead?
Okay, but we like her.
Rach wasn't dead either until today.
So we're glad he's dead then.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we need to kill anybody else? Or are you safe?
It's Night City.
No, I meant for you, them.
I don't
Well, I
know
mean,
yet.
like,
I'll find out when I find out who this pal person is and make their life hell.
I mean, everybody gets one, right? I mean, we took care of Praxis X, took care of, your cult, took care of your uncle there, Jinx. So I guess the only one who's unaccounted for is Black Cat. Is there anyone that we need to take out?
I am very happy and well adjusted. Thank you.
That doesn't seem right.
Well, that's all you're gonna know, isn't it? Because this is the finale.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's
Hold on.
spin-offs down the line.
Yeah, and epilogues and fics and yeah.
Show. I don't know.
It's a spin-off. It's about Black Cat and a sentient car, and they solve crime in Miami. And for some reason, there's going to be aliens at some point because we really need to jump the shark.
Yes, please.
As long as I get a cool theme song, I mean,
Sung by
I'm all
David
for it.
Hasselhoff.
sounds good.
So while everyone is trying to peer into Black Cat's vague past, Mr. White, you have a phone number.
I do. How's the librarian doing? Has he downloaded yet?
Yeah, he's... I mean, if you want, we can skip until he's up and running. I wanted to sort of like take care of everything else on the side and just like narratively, it's going to be done when it's done, when you guys are
that's
ready for
fine.
this.
I just didn't know what.
So yeah, if you want like to do him, well, to do the scene with him before the call, we can.
No, I mean, that's fine. The way you had it set up is perfectly fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So White would use one of his burner phones that's untrackable, and he'd call this pal's number.
On speaker or just
Sure.
right?
On speaker.
Yellow.
Is this pal?
Yeah, pal speaking. I just want to say right off the bat, I'm not interested in whatever you're selling, and I'll lose my phone, lose my number. All right.
Not gonna happen. Your friends, cult friends, old guardians, whatever the fuck they are, they came to my house, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, then you should have just did what we paid you to do and deliver the fucking chip to the military base like we wanted. So
Who the fuck do you think I am? Your mule almost didn't live.
Then who are you? Why are you calling me? Do we know each other?
I'm calling you to tell you that your cult is dead. I killed Rachbot Moss, and the legacy of the Williams is going to be the end of you.
Wait. So you're the guy who pressed the button on the missile? Like you're the guy. You're the guy who like sent that missile to my dad. Like that's what it is. That's you're calling like 25 years too late, pal.
Why would I send a missile? I'm not even 25 years old.
Well, then
Who the fuck do you think I am? You're the idiot that sent people after the AI essence of Rachbot Moss, who was supposed to take over my body.
Oh, you're one of them.
No, I am the one.
Yeah. They told me about the
Mhm.
you're like the feral kid that ran away.
Something like that.
Yeah. They told me about you. Look, hey, listen. I punished your parents. If you want to come back home, like you can do so. They're gone. They're probably
I graduated
somewhere.
med school when I was 13 years old. I'm smart enough to find you. I'm smart enough to dismantle the cult. And I no longer care about hiding from a bunch of lunatics like you. I'm going to end you for good. And I just wanted you to know before it happened. I don't care what you did to my parents. They were awful humans that only had me so they could worship this fucking idiot from the past.
Whoa. Careful who you're talking to. You're talking about, the Bart Moss.
Yeah, who I killed with a dragon and a giant. He's erased. He's gone for good. I ate him.
You mean the chip?
Yes.
You fucked it. Oh, God fucking damn it.
The
Do you know how
technology
long-
that you all are using is second rate. I have the original source code. No one else has it. It's been wiped from the world. Everybody else is a cheap imitation.
Well, kind of like the chip you erased, mister. Williamson, or whatever your name is.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man. There were terabytes of data on that chip that I desperately needed. You just would black iced it all away?
All
You
good
don't
things
know
must
what
come
you're
to an
messing-
end.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're messing with. I've had corporations take $250,000 hits out on me. I've been chased by the Raffenschiff.
Congratulations. Like, who the fuck is the Raffenschiff?
Obviously, you haven't been outside the city. They're the ones that,
City? Oh, wait, you're in Night City?
the only city that matters.
Yeah, sure, they used to say that about New York until the plague hit. Listen.
Mhm.
Can you stay put? I'll have an extraction team come, because right now everything you're telling me means that you were a success, sir. I mean, genetically speaking, wow.
Feel free.
And
Send
you
people.
Still have
You'll just give me more data to find you, and I will find you.
I mean, I can tell you where I am if you want
Do
to come
you
to
work
me.
for Militech?
What? No.
You work for Militech.
Who's that? Who's talking?
Friend of mine.
Okay. Well, no, I don't.
He's
work
a
for
bad
Militech.
undercover. He sounds like every bad undercover I've ever met.
I mean, Militech's attempt with the game was a cheap imitation. Saw
You're-
right through it. Sent the virus to it.
What the fuck? Okay, hey. Now you're starting to sound like conspiracy theorists, so I'm going to hang up.
Mm-hmm.
And
You know that you've been on the phone for 3 minutes and 32 seconds?
Yeah, I don't have anything to hide.
Mm-hmm.
You're just. Wow, you are paranoid people. Jeez. All right, so you ruined my property.
Ownership's 9/10 of the law.
Yeah, that chip was mine. Like
Possession.
literally mine.
I had it. You didn't. Kiss my butt.
Did you have receipts?
As a matter of fact, I have a fucking will.
Oh.
Nice.
Like it's
Now
Okay.
you'll have to find the evidence because there is no chip anymore. Sulfuric acid does a good job on electronics.
Then I suggest you fucking gear up, Williams and little Miss lawyer person, whatever. 'Cause you just made the biggest mistake of your life. And
No.
he hangs up.
Good. I'll burn that SIM card.
Can I play now?
With what?
All of the data he gave us and the fact that he's a really, really bad undercover.
Sure.
Okay.
Playing with what?
She has a phone number.
Yeah.
He
She's
says
not
it's
gonna
easy to find.
I want to know what you want to do with it.
Electronic security and get as much information about where that was
Yes.
placed to all of the details.
Give me a roll. I mean, it's not super encrypted. But it did ping off of like multiple places. So we'll say like a DV17.
Cool. I'll add 2 points of luck to this. So 23.
Space.
Oh fuck, they're rollers. Ooh. And then she'll look to Jimenez and be like, I have a helicopter now. Do you think I could make it spaceworthy?
That's not how. No.
Yes.
I
I'm
mean,
sure I could do something with it.
with the right over time, maybe. But no.
I do know of a spacefaring RV. If I remember my like classic movies.
Yes.
Yes.
Space.
I don't feel like this is a good idea.
Oh, so you want me to just like let somebody hack into them while we know where their portal is and where all the weak points of through their phone system?
I mean, that sounds a little more practical, yes.
Can I build a spaceship otherwise, just in case?
I say we just hack a satellite and just cut them off from the world. Let them
Okay.
float in space for a while.
Out of curiosity, is it off because it's through space? Is it off a high rollers orbital platform, or is it a satellite?
No. It's
A high rollers
Like-
platform.
like you. because I don't really know how like communications with Earth would work, because basically it pings all the way down to Earth, and then the signal goes from like antenna to wherever it's supposed to go, right? So let's say, for the sake of simplicity, that you have like the area code of one of the high rollers. So it is like, exactly which one it is. It is a high roller orbital station. One of the like handful of orbital stations that exist.
Why would anybody who likes Roach Botmoss want to be? Why would the High Rollers care about Roach Botmoss? They didn't get involved in this corporate war shit.
They cared about the information that his AI personality had collected over the years.
Oh, they want to blackmail people.
Well, there's that, and just the knowledge of all the different, the programming, the infrastructure that Rach Botmoss mapped out.
Quite precisely. I just found the name. It's the Crystal Palace.
And just like that, we're back in Final Fantasy, 4, going to the moon, the High Rollers platform.
14.
It's in a Lagrange point immediately between Earth and the moon, like halfway there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Black Hat, do you think you can help me finance a rocket?
You want me to help you build a rocket to space?
No, finance it. Finance it. I can build it. The building's not hard.
Okay, yeah. Ballpark me how much you think it's going to cost to build a rocket to space.
Accounting for parts that I have to achieve, the extra to things that I couldn't just, liberate from various people down here. 1.5.
And where are you going to get these parts to build this spaceship to take you into space? So that you can shoot straight to the moon and just land on this high rollers. You just rock up to the club in this spaceship that you're going to build yourself. Mm-hmm. This is the plan.
She points to the pieces of cyberware that she's pulled off the guy.
Oh, good. You have you've already got a hand to help you out.
Oh, mm-hmm. And everything that Arasaka left in that very nice mothballed facility that we now own.
Is this really the most time efficient thing that you can think of to get to your man up in outer space? Yeah.
Oh no, this is just because I want to go to space.
So this is for fun.
Yeah.
I'll deal with the vengeance part. Trends is just having fun.
Okay. I don't know that I can get you $1 million to go to space.
I mean, like, I'm sitting on what, 6 and...
Wait.
Yeah, you're muted.
Did you just say that with an M? Because it's more like 1.5 billion.
Oh, even better. I cannot get you $1 billion to go to space for fun.
No, I meant $1 million, based on the parts that I could probably source myself.
Oh, she says that she can source the parts herself to build a rocket to go to space, and she only needs $1 million. This is what I'm understanding.
Who are you sending that to?
Sending what?
No, I'm sorry. I thought you were about to ask someone for like $1 million.
I am not asking my respected cohorts for $1 million to build a rocket to go to space for fun. I have too much self-respect.
Okay, fine. I'll just have to go back to making money.
You know what? No. Let me call somebody. Let me bounce it off of somebody. I'm going to call Dax. Let me call Dax.
Don't leave a glimmer of hope here.
What's up, Black Cat?
I have a theoretical question, so just bear with me for a second. Yeah. What is the possibility of you procuring for me $1.5 million so that my friend can build a rocket to take herself to space for fun?
The money part is money part's not so bad. I mean, I could. It's risky, and if you're going to scam or hack into the bank account of some corporate execs, I'm gonna ask for $1 million myself as, like, protection and fees.
So I have to pay you $1 million to
relocation.
get me $1 million.
Well, that means I have to get 2 million. Actually, I would go with 2.5. I would take a 1.5 for myself. Because, it's we're talking about, like, trying to bankrupt a person. Well, maybe not like, we could probably target a, like, high-level, C-level person without making too much fuss. This is an operation that could take, I don't know, anywhere between 4 to 6 months. But then the rocket to space, you know that there are, like, there's a system of rockets. You could just hijack one of them.
Oh, there's an idea. Thank you. He says that we should just steal a rocket instead. Does that sound like a plausible solution to you?
I mean, sure, I could do that too, but they're not as well made. I have to spend like 6 months rebuilding it, anyways. Well, it's a start. Okay.
Thank you, Dux. You've been very helpful. You are dear.
Okay, but like, do I?
Goodbye.
Okay. Like, he's most likely not going to start hacking into someone's
Good,
account right
'cause-
away.
No.
Unless you tell him. You tell him to. But, like, it's entirely feasible. In case you wanted to know if it was possible.
You know what? If she has the chutzpah to steal a spaceship, then I will be happy to help her fund the parts to jazz it up. But
so it's not really a spaceship as much as it's like a shuttle system for the rich and powerful. They call it a space elevator. But the one in Night City doesn't work. You'd have to go to Europe. The European Space Agency has most of it. And as we know from, Gordon Blackwood, getting across the Atlantic Ocean is fairly hard. Unless you are wealthy as fuck. You'd have to, like, cross the states, then probably take a ship, because forget planes, to Europe, then get enough money, or smuggle into a shuttle, and then you would get there. Like, it's not impossible. It is not impossible. It is just a very time-consuming and resource-consuming endeavor. Especially if you want to do it the legit, like, the legal way. I'm just saying. So, with that phone call done, the mechanical body of the librarian stirs to life. There's a the sound of their voice is a little grainy. It sounds almost like a Well, pretty much like someone on speakerphone, right?
Yeah. Is it a software or hardware issue?
It would be mostly hardware in this case. It's more like you can't really put bass into his, like, unless you start changing the whole thing. But like, it was a frivolous add-on, or like an optional, we could say, add-on to the body. Like, it's not necessary for him to be able to communicate with people.
No, that's fine.
And I figure, oh no, go ahead.
I told him he'd have to do some upgrades.
Yeah. And I also figured, you wanted to give him the most generic body possible, so that they can decide. Yeah. They can decide whatever they want.
Yeah, I mean, I used the pots that they collected, though. So.
Yeah. So what you see before you, is not humanoid in form. There is a torso. There are arms, legs, but it looks more like a Actually, I would say it's humanoid, but not necessarily human looking. It's a bulkier body.
Mm-hmm.
It looks almost like these like Boston Robotics robot we see on the internet. So like the body is like almost like a big rectangle. Limbs are much smaller, like they're disproportionate for the size of the body. But they move with a grace that is almost human-like. And the librarian like observes their body and say, I feel great.
Good.
I see the world through data as it should.
Now just remember, NetWatch is going to consider you an AI. They're not going to recognize this technology as real.
I was already on the watch list. I will just keep to the ground as much as possible. But thank you, Dr. White. You have done me a great service. And I am glad we did not try to kidnap you.
Me too. I don't think it would have worked out as well for either of us.
Friends of Dr. White, the robot sort of like bows a little, but it's like the entire body that moves.
You give me like 2 seconds, please, 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 please.
What for?
To fix the oil problem and your hinges. It's really bothering me.
I mean, come on, librarian. You're being offered a lube job by a hot woman.
Humans aren't appealing.
I don't want to fuck you. I want to fix the hinges on your torso that are literally grinding. And that's bothering me. I can hear it.
He like lifts an arm. And
no.
Be my guess.
Okay. And she's just gonna like fine tune this because it bothers her.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a nice day.
I leave now.
Yes. And if anybody asks, we don't know each other. It's safer for you that way.
I have no idea who you are. I have no idea who I was, nor do I care.
Be well now.
Yes. And they like walk away from the apartment. They acclimate rather quickly to their new body. It's almost like because of their desire not to be, or like, I shouldn't say desire, they literally believed their whole life that they weren't human. And that they should have been a machine, that they were like a program installed on the wrong motherboard. So this new body is like a second skin to them. And the apartment. We'll go to break. I want to talk to the cast for a moment. We'll do our giveaways, and also it's 10:15, so stick around when we come back, doing the giveaway, and we're entering the epilogue of our campaign. See you in a few minutes, everyone.